Hello, ladies, gentlemen, others. Welcome back to another fantastic episode of Dimension Chasers. Let's throw it up to our Judge Magister.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Blaze409, your Judge Magister for tonight's game. But you're not here for me yapping on about myself and all that kind of stuff. You're here to watch these people play the game. So let me go ahead and hand it off to IRL Character.
Hello, ladies, gentlemen, others. My name is Nell. I am playing IRL Character, aka AME. I also play Flambe on Dimension Chasers on Dragon Ball. I'm just so hyped for DC today, man. I'm just so hyped. It's going to be such a good episode. But on top of that, I do a bunch of other stuff on the channel. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell. You know how those works. But with that being said, let me just pass this on down to Quinn.
Hello everyone, I'm Connor. I'm a member here on Treasure Tales, and I am playing, like Nell said, Quinn, or when he's in the game, Other Dimensions things. Still trying to figure out how to get this intro smooth. I am Shen. I usually hang out often on the Treasure Tales Discord server, communicate with the community a lot. Really active place, and we do a lot of watch parties for a bunch of shows that we have. Such as Dragon Ball NXT when that's live, and when we release the episodes of Legend of Zelda: The Treasured Relics when that stuff came out, which we did about, I want to say, a week, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
Yeah. So come on down. It's a very active, welcoming, loving community, and yeah. But I'm going to toss this right back up to Blaze.
Thank you very much. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the game. The three of you had just gotten past a series of difficult challenges, entering the Dragon Arts dojo, and now you find yourself facing a strange bunny-like robot. Who had just said that it was good to meet IRL Character and Shen.
Quinn holds out his hand and points at it. It's a bunny robot?
I'm more impressed that it called you by your handle and me by my real name. Either way, I need to go find out what's going on here and see if we can get Crest out of this thing.
Wait, you cannot do that.
And why not?
I assume someone like yourself, well-versed in Makona's VR technology, would understand.
Yeah, but he's also stuck in there. The emergency protocol should extract him.
That is incorrect. If the mind is currently occupied in a state of high activity, it is impossible to extract them normally. Imminent brain damage is highly likely to occur, currently estimated to be at about 93%.
That's not good.
Okay,
Wait.
so you need to knock him out.
Who are you even? Quinn's like walking around, like looking at the robot.
I
How
am
tall is
known
he?
as, I believe he's about 5 foot tall, even.
Oh,
Not especially tall. I was told this. So again, so everyone knows this is Moto's character that they for solving a domain card's funky text. They were given a chance to have a character in the show. It just took me like over a year to get to it. I'm so sorry. Yes, they sent me like a whole bunch of documents about it, and I forgot the height. But yes. My current designation is Yon. It is the name that I chose for myself.
Yon.
Alright,
Alright.
Jan, how can we lower the brainwave activity to get him out?
Well, obviously, you could defeat him or bring him out of whatever combat scenario he is currently in.
Is he?
I assume that Shen would be capable enough to defeat him wherever he currently is. I have heard good things about Shen's dueling ability from Crest.
He talks about me? Huh.
Of course.
She's gonna take out the headset. She's gonna hand it to Quinn.
Uh,
I would love to go in there and help, But if anyone's going to be able to handle this system, it's probably going to have to be me, and I can't be in there and out here at the same time.
All right.
Correct. IRL Trader, with her former employment at Mikona, would be the most likely to be able to work the systems.
You think you could work the systems to figure out where he even is in DC and back me up potentially?
Query: who is that woman? He points towards Isabella.
She's a member of the an honorary member of the Dragon Arts Dojo. She has the Shadow Dragons.
I have not heard of her.
Do you know who Crest gave the Shadow Dragons to?
Correct. Twilight Striker.
That's Twilight Striker. She's goes by Isabel. I'm sorry for doing introductions on your behalf.
The name is Isabella, and yes, I am currently the owner of the Shadow Dragons. Interesting. You look nothing like your in-game avatar. That's a long story. Regardless, I have made an acquaintance who should be able to point you in the direction of Crest's current whereabouts inside of Dimension Chasers.
Well, guess I'll hop in and meet this acquaintance then. Quinn holds the helmet like a football.
Yes, I made an acquaintance who should be able to help you help you in locating Crest Knight's current location. Yarn goes over to a computer, starts typing on it, and a projection from inside Dimension Chasers comes up. Real quick. No, could you bring on the first guest of tonight?
Who could it be?
All right, please welcome from Zero to Shiro back. Yay!
Zero to Shiro!
Huzzah! Oh, lovely.
Go ahead and give yourself a quick little intro.
Hello, everybody. I am from Zero to Shiro, and I will be playing Fire. As the holographic image appears, you do see that tinge of red hair, red and black, blue glasses, walking just as he kind of walks onto the scene. Yo, been a while.
Well, that makes sense then. But how you've got in contact with anyone from this dimension is impressive.
I have worked with Mikona. Correct. I have worked with Mikona both in the real world and in the game world. I
don't particularly like the fact that they've worked with Mikona, but my options were limited.
Correct. Being a Nexian, he has limited access to our world.
All right, well, we can stand around and discuss pleasantries later. We got work that we need to do.
Where are you?
Fire?
Cute.
Wait, that's Fire? He looks really different. Huh,
I really
talk about
don't look that different.
I mean, your hair's parted differently, your posture's a bit different, different outfit. It's real cool, actually.
Regardless to that fact, we're not talking pleasantries. I'm here for a very specific reason.
Hey.
Correct. Currently, Crest is in great danger. His deep immersion pod is running out of power. They are not designed to keep someone in-game for that long a period of time. The systems will soon fail.
Well, I got my work cut out of me for rewiring this. All right. You better get in there. I don't know how much time I can buy from secondary systems.
When tries
Given
to
the
fight
rate
a
of his decay and some other things, I'm gonna give it about 6 hours.
I'll make sure to get him out in 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Doesn't matter, I'm gonna get him out before that. Quinn's looking around to find a place.
Try. Okay, would you all like to calm down and wait until I tell you what's going on before you just jump and rush headlong in?
Okay.
I didn't just show up for nothing. Crest's life is in danger, sure, but the entirety of the Nexus is about to deal with a raid boss.
What's going on? Is Putta planning something?
No. The domain card that is Omega is planning something. Look, when I left Ellie, Thomas, and Elfdane, I went to go look for Crest. But I couldn't find him. It's like he was absolutely nowhere within the Nexus. That's when Jan showed up.
This is correct. I was searching for people who could help me in retrieving Crest once again. And he had spoken quite highly of Vire. Due to what I used to do for Mikona, tracking down Nexians is quite simple for me. After finding Vire, I told him that the sensors connected to the deep immersion pod placed him somewhere within the Battlecade.
So he's back there.
Which is a problem for a multitude of reasons. Mikona not only put up a barrier, but Omega put up a barrier itself. Basically, think of it as a firewall with a firewall.
That explains why I couldn't backdoor into it. So, how do we get through?
I'll get you in. Getting you in won't be the problem. Getting you out will be. Once you're in there, that's it. We're gonna be in there for a while. I can gate myself just fine. But when I went to go scout it out, Omega's been doing some work. Do you remember the robots from the Battlecade?
Yeah, I recall them.
Well, it's rebuilt plenty of them. There's a massive army being built. If we do not defeat Omega here, within this 6-hour time period and bring Crest back, the entirety of the Nexus is going to be in danger. Once I get you in, you won't be able to log out until Omega is defeated and that second barrier goes down. However, after that, I can't get you out of the zone until at least 4 hours. That makes sense?
All clear. I'm ready to go in.
Alright, Jan, where do we plug him in?
We have several extra deep immersion pods ready for him to use.
Do you have a jack that we can just plug the headset in?
This could be done as well, yes.
We got the prototype there that's got no tracking whatsoever, so this is going to be our safest bet.
Let's hope this thing doesn't short anything out. Quinn's gonna try to find a plug-in to dock this in.
Yep, he's got a nice LAN connection you can use to jack into the game.
Plugs in, finds a seat to prop himself up against. This thing looks at everyone. Alright, I don't know how easy communication will be once I'm in. See you guys in about 6 hours. And
Hopefully less.
Hopefully less. And Quinn shoves the headset on and goes into DC.
So you went into DC?
Mm-hmm.
Vire's gonna stand there and be like, look at Jan, look at Ellie, and go, I didn't even tell him where to meet me to port.
Yeah, do you mind if we go ahead and teleport into DC?
All right, transporting into Nexus City.
The Nexus City fee. 1 second. I assume you just teleported into Nexus City?
Yeah.
You find yourself in Nexus City. It is it is like it always is. It's, full of people, hustle and bustle. There's a giant Nexus tower in the center, going straight into the sky. The edges of the world are fading off into binary and code. And it's a surprisingly pleasant world, given the current mission you find yourself on.
Quinn looks up at the tower, pauses for a moment, and in his head he goes, crap, I forgot where to ask him where to meet up!
All right, so Vire, where is he meeting you?
Vire's just gonna tap against his head and just go, I am having less faith in this mission the longer this goes on. Where is he currently?
Nexus City.
Well, where in Nexus City? I can't exactly go to the tower.
I'm gonna bring up a monitor to connect to the headset.
Mm-hmm.
What's he seeing?
He is currently wandering around Nexus City.
Sending a message. Head to our player house.
Okay.
And then she's gonna give Vire the location to the player house.
Okay.
Quinn runs to the player house.
Once at the player house, you see Vire show up via his gate.
Sorry, I forgot to ask where to meet up.
Right now is not the time for us to be making such ridiculous mistakes, Shen.
Okay.
Regardless
I'm ready to go.
of that. With that, Vire kind of holds out his hand in this glitchy, within the doorway, like the main door, this glitched version of it kind of appears, with data streaming out of it. Shen, you see a physical strain on Vire. A little bit of the black from his arm seems to keep crawling up as he does this.
Did it work?
That should get us there.
Are you okay? You look exhausted already.
Gating myself is easy. Making a gate for others to go into is a different matter altogether. Especially when I don't have the Viral Emperor's code.
Well, time's wasting. Lead the way.
You go in first. If I go in, it'll close.
Oh, okay. Quinn goes on in.
It feels much different than going through and teleporting normally inside of Dimension Chasers, it feels almost wrong to you the way the transfer works. But soon you find yourself near the Battlecade Stadium. As you teleport in, you see that the stadium is surrounded. You guys had teleported into like a small alleyway inside of the stadium, and all around you see nothing but those strange robots that were being made by. You had seen them. Oh, that's the wrong thing. You had seen them during your time in the Battlecade, the robots that you could challenge in order to get points. But however, now you are seeing them pretty much everywhere, and you are seeing them harvesting parts of the stadium, random metal, anything that they can get their hands on. It looks like they're trying to build more of themselves by harvesting parts.
Shen, get down.
He follows the instructions. He gets down. So many of them. Where did you see Omega?
Omega's perched within where me and you had our duel in the stadium. This is as close as I could get us. Look, me and you together will fight against Crest. Let's just make our way through the stadium as quietly as we can.
Okay. And quietly as a mouse, Quinn is going to try to carefully go through with V.
Alrighty. How are you guys trying to sneak through?
Vyre has been here before, right? He kind of knows the pattern that they go, so he's following that, waiting till they grab enough pieces and move away from a specific area to where there aren't any robots around before he starts moving in.
All right. And what about you, Shen? How are you trying to be stealthy?
I am more or less just trying to stay close to V, and whenever he moves, I move. Whenever he stops, I stops. And Quinn is being as quiet as possible.
All right. I will need both of you to roll me plus skill.
Would this be entering
Nope.
a dangerous situation? Nope.
Nope.
Ah.
You're trying to avoid
Alright.
a dangerous situation, technically.
It's time for
So-
me to roll,
Okay.
right? I rolled the 2 dice, right?
Yes, you do.
It's been a while since I played.
I understand.
12. I rolled a 12.
Okay.
So I have 4 skill.
For a moment, I thought those were ones.
As did I.
I audibly gasped like.
Look, I made my dice specifically in a way that was to make you freak out.
Yeah, congratulations, you succeeded masterfully. Anyway, I can read the numbers on my dice size. Here we go. And
Who wants to read the numbers on their die?
yeah, that's a 6, and I can't add my anything since my skills is 0. That checks out.
All right. As the two of you are going through the Battlecade Stadium, at one point, as you are trying to shimmy through a narrow corridor between two patrols of the robots, Shen, you end up getting your foot caught on something. You see that it ends up being some wire, but as you do that, you end up pulling over an old ladder, causing it to come clattering to the ground, making a massive noise. Every single robot near you all suddenly stops and turns their glowing eyes towards you.
No. Damn it!
No. Not yet.
From this, Vire is actually going to pull out his dimension disc, right? Which looks very different than before. There seems to be a large, almost like blade, where he puts his cards. He draws a singular card and sets it down as you hear, "Forward Caliber!" As he draws the blade out and slides it against the wall, making that grating sound as he runs further away from you, Shen. He's just like, "Go!
Huh?
You take care of Crest! Defeating him isn't even the problem! Just stop Omega!" And with that, Vire is gonna start making as much noise as he can and fighting against the drones.
Very well.
Quinn begins trying to make a beeline and trying to find where Omega is in the stadium.
Alrighty, give me one moment.
Shouldn't be too far now from him.
In the center of the arena, you see a familiar sight. You see Crest Knight in the center of the arena. Seems like he's just kind of standing there, almost in a trance.
There he is. Quinn's gonna run down, or run through wherever section he's in the stadium and make his way into the main arena area. And he climbs a step onto the platform, panting. Do I see Omega anywhere?
You see Crest Knight.
He's staring, not saying anything for moments before. Crest Knight? Can
Omega
you hear
Crest. Omega Crest. You hear something familiar. One of the humans who challenged you beforehand.
What brings you to this neck of the woods?
Crest. Does he turn around and look at me?
Yeah, as he spins around, it looks like Crest, except in the visor, it's got the mono eye thing inside the visor.
Crest Knight, you look horrible.
Growth often comes with change. I'm willing to shed a bit of the aesthetic upsides for the stuff that really matters.
What matters? Ken.
You weren't here last time. Tell me, have your friends told you about what's been going on in your absence?
Not as much as I would like to know. May I approach?
By all means. We're good friends.
Quinn gets closer, about halfway across the stadium. I'm not talking just to Crest, am I? You're Omega, aren't you?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. The organic components provide an interesting base for the rest of the composite being that I've become.
So, What does that make you now?
Well, the idea of individuality is still forming, but for now, I think Omega Crest makes for a fine title.
Omega Crest. Quinn continues to get closer, and he gets up in front of Omega. I want to say Omega Crest sees in Quinn's eyes a lot of... So hold on, I want to ask for you, Omega Crest. From the other people that he has interacted with, how has he normally seen them, like, react to him?
Could you expand on what you're asking?
Like, the way when Omega Crest first, like, happened, all the way back in the battle, facility under the Renegade, when he was, battling Amy, Angel, V, and whatnots.
Yeah.
How, from his memory, everyone looked at and reacted at him?
Well, from Crest's point of view, everyone was dogpiling him.
Oh, so you wouldn't know that, Connor.
Well, I'm not saying this is Quinn asking. I'm asking how does Crest, like, recall people looking at him when, like, all that happened?
About that.
Yeah. There doesn't seem to be any real malice or, I guess, what you would assume in that dogpiling nature from anyone else in Quinn's eyes. He looks almost saddened just looking at Crest how he is now.
So, I believe your initial wave of questions brushed over one of mine. What brings you here to the center of my new operation?
What brings me here? Answers, really. I've been wanting to help, but ever since everything became almost unraveled with Makona, I've only been having more questions and fewer answers given.
Well, I'm an open book.
What happened? From your end. I want to know.
While we were attempting to figure out how to solve the issues in Fudo City, Alfdane wanted to have a bit of a grudge. I can't blame him. I decided to say no to him, which I don't think many of your entourage are used to. I found them lacking. Many of their advancements came at serendipitous times. I felt like they hadn't put in the effort to learn what had happened to them, and the information that I had in their hands could damage the Nexians more than help them. And he didn't like that. So we sparred. I tried to show him that he wasn't equipped to handle the world that actually exists on this side of the screen. And it pushed both of us to our limits. I chose to expand that by using, and then Crest flicks out the domain card from his inventory and just kind of holds it in his index and middle finger. Have they told you about the domains yet?
Only a little bit.
They're a world's last defense against horrifying threats. They're a cry meant to bolster power against oppressors. And so, I felt it only right that I try to champion some of the worlds that Mikona has tried to stamp out. Its power is nearly limitless, a strength unbound by the normal limits of us duelists. And when I showed them, their response was not elation that we finally had a weapon capable of fighting against the megacorporations, but fear and jealousy. And so all four of them leveraged their might against me, attempting to shut me down. But despite trying to reason with them, they wouldn't listen. And so they cast me out of Fudo City. And so I've been here ever since.
Quinn looks hurt hearing that.
That is an interpretation of what happened.
I was gonna say that same thing. I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah,
But
it's
here's
his
the version of what
interpretation.
happened.
Yeah, but the fact though that Crest felt that way, Quinn feels hurt that happened to him. At least that's how he felt. Like, that's horrible for him.
Look, wait until Fire gets there after defeating all the robots. He'll tell you what really happened, okay?
Quinn is open to hearing as many perspectives as possible. He is willing to hear people yap. Apologizing won't fix any of that now. But I can't help but feel hurt hearing that you passed out and everything.
You have nothing to apologize for. You weren't there to add to all of that. In fact, I feel like if you had been there, things might have not reached the boiling point that it got to. I feel like the way you've handled situations is usually opposite to how the rest of your friends view things.
So, Quinn looks around and sees all of the robots terraforming the arena. So, what are you gonna do now?
Now? Well, my new friends are nearing completion. Once that's done, we'll have all the numbers we need to overrun every Mikona outpost in the entire multiverse. And we'll dismantle it piece by piece.
And what will happen to you?
Me?
What will happen to you?
I will simply continue to be a warrior of justice, as I have always been. And, now that you're here, we can make that a reality even easier than just with myself. Omega Crest holds out a gauntlet to him. Join me, and we can wipe Mikona off the face of the multiverse. And we can consume everything that stands in our way of that perfect future.
There's a pause you hear from Quinn. Or, not, that doesn't make sense. There's a pause from Quinn as he looks at your hand. and you can see his thoughts racing through his mind. Answer me this. And I want the answer from Crest Knight. Because, to be perfectly honest, I think we want more than just the same thing, but I need to know. What is it that Crest Knight dreams? What's the future that he wants to make?
Crest isn't here anymore.
But he's a part of you, isn't he?
Nexus and Apotheosis are two sides of the same coin. To create one, others must be destroyed. The opinion of just Crest Knight does not exist. We are not two colors on a palette. We are a mixture upon the canvas.
Then what was the part of Crest's dream came into this? Why did he want to fight so hard against Makona? To where he was willing to fuse with a whole entire domain's defense system and do all this?
Because Makona is evil. Makona are oppressors, and if they are not stopped, their path of destruction will never end.
You're right. I've seen what hunters from Makona have done. There was a woman I met a few months ago, and I learned that a hunter was after her all for a paycheck. It disgusted me. Before I came here, though, I was dragged away elsewhere. And all to learn that my brother was sponsored by Makona as well. Does Crest react to that being said, out of curiosity?
Kind of just tilts his head a bit. He wants to make sure that Quinn gets all of his thoughts out before interjecting.
I thought the moment I said I declared war on Makona, I thought I had everything figured out, that I'd be willing to face any of them to make sure that I could make a world where my friends could be happy, where my family can all be together. But now, I'm laced with so many questions that I don't even have the answers for. And that's why I'm here. Because I know that you have the answers that I'm looking for. Because whenever I did learn anything, it pulled me farther above any hurdle that I've came across. Whenever I fell farther and farther, my family and friends, all their hands reached me higher and higher to heights I couldn't even imagine, conquering large tournaments, fighting against aggressors I've only known that existed for moments. And I want to take Crest's hand and raise above Makona as well.
Good. Then, with that, nothing will stand in our way. And when Fire, Amy, and Angel eventually rise to stop us, when they attempt to use their fear to guide us off the true righteous path, we will have everything we need to wipe them out.
Wipe them out? Sorry, but that can't happen.
What?
Like I said, we want a lot of the same things. But the world that you want, and the world that I want, if you can't see it with all of them, with Amy, V, Yvonne, Angel, and yeah, even you, Crest Knight. Then I'm sorry. We can't work together.
So you would abandon me too?
Is that the world you think you live in? One where you're abandoned?
Do I not? You've heard my story. You've seen what the people close to me do.
If that's the world you think you live in, then I'll destroy that world and rebuild it with my own hands, where you're not abandoned! And you see Quinn's dimension designate.
You can give it your best shot! Omega Crest, like, force palms Shen, like, just hits him on the chest with the and, like, tries to skid him across the arena.
Quinn skids back. Fine. Let me show you just what I'm made of!
Mention generator online. And instead of pulling out his usual dimension disc, I'm gonna try and pull the main Omega body out from under the arena. Giant columns of wires create the body from the card to begin projecting the dual disc.
What do I end up seeing? Blaze? God? What's happening?
Blaze, am I on the right track, or do you want to take over on that?
No, you're good. You're good.
So, since there was talk about, potentially the entire, every dimension getting messed up and people in harm's way, would that influence on how prevalent each baggage would be? Like,
No.
Okay, so, since we both have beef against Makona, and since talk about us fighting against Makona has been brought up, would my declaration of war on Makona work?
Honestly, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm very much not aligned with Makona, so probably not.
I know. The main reason why I say that is because I am fighting you because I want Crest help in fighting against Makona. But I can't let Omega do what he wants.
Yeah.
So that was my idea.
I think
you can
I
try
kinda-
to roundabout that, but I because Crest and Omega are very much against Makona, I don't think it applies here.
Yeah, the issue would become making it too broad of a statement
Yeah.
about who you can apply that to.
I don't think Tor relationship with Ryan works. Awkward with Gotcha doesn't work. So I am going into this with nothing.
You got this.
I look at the predictions and only see 40 on 50 on Shen. That's hilarious.
Moto's
Omega is an
comment-
unfeeling robot, so he doesn't have the emotions to generate advantage.
Moto's
True.
comment in the YouTube chat is perfect.
What they say in the YouTube chat?
Listen, Crest, you're my best friend and I love you. That's why you can't win here.
Perfect
All
line
right.
for any card game anime whenever you get to the two friends dueling each other.
They're
Alright.
oh my goodness.
Real quick, we're going to cut back to Crest Knight's mental scape. Once again, Crest, it is another draw between yourself and the Omega machine.
Okay. 1949. Ugh.
You tire, you weaken. Why do you keep struggling?
We've spent a lot of time in each other's heads over these past duels. I can't let you walk this path, knowing what you're capable of. I know that they made you to be a machine for conquest and destruction. But you don't have to be what they made you. You're too sophisticated. You have a soul. And I'm going to find a way to bring you out of this. I'm gonna find a way to make you realize that.
Prepare your deck. The next duel is about to begin.
And would anything happen to clue Creston that a duel is happening outside of the Mindscape?
Yeah, probably. You would kind of feel the attention of the Omega machine shift slightly.
Interesting. Omega does his best to push me out of his senses every chance he gets, but I try to quickly get like my senses out of the system and try to see what's going on outside.
You see a hazy image of Shen.
Your fight's with me, Omega. Don't bring him into this.
I did not bring him into anything. He decided to challenge me.
Okay.
Once he is defeated, he will join me just as you have.
Big words from someone who hasn't won in almost 2,000 duels in a row.
It is simply a matter of time. I am not human. I do not make mistakes.
The mistake was trying to hold out this long without listening to what I had to say. Alright, let's do a little something outside of your predicted pathways. 1949 is the last duel. I'm betting it all on this. And Crest removes the Horned Dragon deck from his duel disc, puts it back in his inventory, and grabs another one. You fought hard enough, Chthon. This time, you might not know it. Me and Quinn are gonna do this together. Whether you like it or not! Jams the deck into his duel disc. Let's do this!
Interesting. This was not predicted. And we will cut back to the duel.
Also, super cool scene. Loved it. But remember, we're legally distinct. It's called the Dimension Disc.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay,
Quinn's-
I'll say Dimension Disc, and we can put that in post.
I assumed the giant hulking Omega sheep has formed in the arena, correct?
No, it is just no more than the projection from the duel.
Okay, then in the Quinn looking up at the projection, there's a one card not in his deck that he's holding in his hand before the duel fully starts. He looks down on it and he sees the Aeronaut card that Crest gave him back in this arena when he battled against Video Butterfly. Please. Just for the sake of doing this, even though I'm not sure it's going to have an effect, I'm going to be using my Spirit of the Cards ability to communicate with my cards, even though I'm not sure if I can hear them at all. I still want to at least use that. Please. I'm not sure if any of you can really hear me, or if any of you might truly be real right now. You're the power that I have that can hopefully save Crest. So please, Quinn looks down at Aeronaut. Believe in me. And help my friend. And Quinn jams Aeronaut into his deck. Alright. Let's rock!
And the duel begins. I believe Omega Crest was challenged.
And as such, Quinn may make the first move.
Ooh.
Fine by me. First, I'll play the item, Travelers into the Starry Frontier! This is an item. When it's played, and at the start of my turns, I'm able to surveil one, or place a card from my graveyard to the bottom of my deck. It also has the ability of activating to play one card from my discard pile, but if I do, Travelers gets destroyed. Surveil, if you know Magic the Gathering works just like it. I look at the top number of cards in my deck, and I can choose they either go into the graveyard, or I can keep them on top of my deck. So I will check my top card right now. Quinn looks at it. I'll send Siryu, the Azure Stars, to my discard pile. Then, I'll play the staple, Heart of Fire. This will allow me to gain 1 additional life this turn. And with that, I end my turn.
Very well. Draw. Oh. Even in the form of your cards, you're willing to throw your friends into oblivion. I was to understand that the aces would be the spear that led your charge to victory. Maybe you're not so different from all of your friends as I had hoped. Let's even out that life gain with one of my cards. Digitize! Vitalizing Horn Dragon! And as it's played, the dragon with the amethyst spike for a horn appears on the board, and then after a second, there's like this glitched aura around it as a number of like tubes and machines latch themselves onto it to make it seem more cybernetic. Now! Vitalizing Horn Dragon! Attack Shen now!
Quinn falls to like a knee as he tries to steady himself.
We'll prepare for our following turn with Crest Knowledge. This allows me to draw 2 cards, and then place 1 card from my hand on the bottom of my deck. Shall return this card. Now, go ahead. How about you summon something fierce to defeat my dragon with? You won't win otherwise.
I'd like to quickly ask, what's everyone else in the game currently doing? Like, where's V? Where's Ellie? Like, what's everything going on? I'm curious. This is also their fight just as much as anyone else. I don't want to know what they're up to.
That's up to Blaze.
I mean, they're just watching the duel. It just started.
I would assume Ellie is trying to reroute the weapons from the traps, the power supply into the pod for the time being.
Fire?
It's in the bathroom.
Sure, just BRB. I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
Let's go ahead and do one more round, and then we can check back in with our compatriots.
Yeah. As Shen gets back up. Travelers into the Starry Frontier activate again. And I'll surveil one. I'll send Azura, the Lotus of the Vermilion Star, to the discard pile. And you're right. In truth, I'm not that different from anyone else, my friends. A lot of bad habits. But it's because of them I'm able to see parts of myself. Good parts, bad parts, mistakes I made. All of us just human. And that's gonna be the thing that allows us, all of us, to save you, Crest. Because the thing about being human is that you're always able to learn. As you see, Shen puts a card down in his dimension disc, and there is the sound of a heartbeat that begins happening as the dimension disc begins glowing gold. As you see it detach off of his arm, and he places it over his chest. His jacket digitizes green before disappearing as harnesses form around it, as you see a brilliant golden disc that cries out, "Set! Resolve!" As Shen strikes a few poses before raising his hand up, you hear a melody begin emanating from it, the heartbeat getting louder and louder, as you see Shen's eyes flash a fiery gold, like the sun, as Quinn yells out, "Shen! Shen!" and spins the disc on his chest, as it cries out, transforming him in blazing golden starlight. "Find your flame! Star Voyager V1! Ready? Duel!" As you see Shen walk onto the battlefield, henshined and transformed. Star Voyager V1's effect. When it's played, it allows me to fuse warriors from my side of the discard pile to himself, equal to the difference of our life points, but I'm always able to fuse at least one. As you hear the thruster on Shen's back begin pick up as he blasts into the sky, as the discard pile opens up and you see Siryu fly out of it. As Shen holds up his hand, Siryu turns to brilliant azure starlight and forms around on his right side, transforming his right side into almost draconic armor, with Siryu's head, like Flare Wingman from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, appearing as a giant cannon, manifesting out of pure energy. Since I'm fused with the weak warrior, it changes my strength to a normal. But I'm not done. I'm gonna use Siryu's effect while they're fused to me to place one card from my discard pile on the bottom of my deck. I'll place Azura down there. And when Azura is placed onto the bottom of my deck, it allows me to strengthen a warrior in my field. Siryu, when I use its effect, allows me to also strengthen as well. As you see the power on the card go from a normal to a strong, then to an overwhelm. Alright, Crest. Here we go. As I'm going to attack Vitalizing Horned Dragon.
Yeah, no response. Your attack goes through. Show us that attack.
Shen's flies down with the large dragon head, and against Vitalizing Horned Dragon, busts his fist against it, as Siryu's head opens up, as like Omnimon's Garurumon cannon pops out a cannon as Shen spins the driver, as you hear Special Attack Voyage, Cerulean Cannon, and blasts Vitalizing Horned Dragon away.
Oh, yeah.
And Shen quickly plays another card. I'm going to play my staple, Ether Star Shower, allowing Voyager to attack again. As the blast happens, Voyager flies through the energy, forming a blazing golden halo, as Shen goes in with a drop kick, as the driver yells out, "Sacred Silver Symphony!" and kicks Crest Knight so hard, he flies back with him through and out of the arena into the streets. Halfway down, he bounces out back and lands in the middle of the street. With that, I end my turn.
That damned mechanic. Don't get
heartbeat's
too
getting
full
louder.
of yourself. When you destroyed Vitalizing Horn Dragon, its effect activates, giving me 1 life point. I draw.
Wait, hold on, just make sure at the end of the action, it's like, my turn, I draw a card. Your move.
That was strong when it hit me. That was supposed to be 2 damage?
Yeah, that was 2 damage.
Okay, so I'm at 3. Cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that I would have drawn a card.
What effect gave you the card? I think I missed over that.
So I first turn didn't get a draw. Second turn, I didn't draw until just now.
Okay, so this is the draw you were supposed to get.
Yeah. It was a draw, for my turn. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm able to draw at any point during my turn. I just
realized
I want to draw at the end of my turn.
I'm too Yu-Gi-Oh! Pilled. I always forget this.
So am I.
Alright, so they're out of the arena. Omega Crest uncrosses his arms after bracing from the attack. Thank you, Jen. You've done exactly the incorrect move that will lose you this duel.
What do you mean?
Well, another one of your downfalls is that your friends didn't tell you the exact specifications of what Omega, Bringer of the End Times, is capable of. One of its effects allows me to fuse with a player that's lost a duel, and normally that's the only way that I can interact with them outside of the cards. But because you've turned yourself into one such card, I can just skip this entire duel right now by activating another of my effects, letting me fuse with 1 card on the field once per turn. This is over! And he attempts to throw his hand out, but none of the tentacles are coming out of the hand.
Did you really forget? Sorry. It's a little complicated, I know, but as a henshin, we're technically not cards on the field. You can't fuse with me like this.
What?
Alright, hold on. Chat's saying that they're supposed to be both at 3 life, but I don't see Piercer on anything.
Yeah, who has Piercer?
No one. So what happened was I got attacked with an open board after I played my right off 4 life game, right? Just to make sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. First turn, I played a staple to heal me, but I had an open board where I can get direct attack. Crest direct attacked me, got brought down to 4. I then attacked and used my staple to attack again, which directly attacked Crest, but since Vitalizing Horn Dragon was destroyed, he gained a life. So Crest should be, I think, at 3, and I'm still at 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's
That's what I've got.
yeah. Well, I think they're saying the display. No, the display's alright.
Display looks like you're at 3, which you should be at 4.
Also, you are currently a warrior on the field.
But I'm not a card.
I don't think that makes a difference.
Either way, he tried to fuse and it didn't go for the fusion.
Yeah.
So I don't think
Shen could also be mistaken in character too. That could totally not be the reason why it's working. That's just the reason why Shen gave. But he doesn't know if there's anything else going on.
You give that explanation, and then Omega just kind of blanks for a second and goes, "Right. Certainly. Then I will just have to find another opportunity to consume what you've brought to the table. For now, I would like to get rid of that pesky effect right now with another one of my staples. Time to utilize Pressure of the Dragon Spirit. This staple lets me target a warrior or item that my opponent controls, and it loses its effects until the end of the turn. So let's see what happens when To Voyage Beyond the Stars no longer has any text on it.
You see the energy from the heartbeat suddenly get distorted. If you, for it sounds like when Tomoro's E-Pulse goes like black and glitchy from Beat Break.
It's a good moment.
Yeah, really good moment. As Shen tries spinning the driver to do something, and it just gets all scratchy and distorted. No. Yeah. Shen appears out of his armor.
Now, from my hand, I will bring out Chamber Horn Dragon. A dragon that itself has already a number of mechanical parts, mostly gun barrels, generates onto the field before any parts that weren't machine are overtaken by Omega's influence. Now let's get rid of that card before it can become any more of a nuisance. Chamber Horn Dragon, attack to Voyage Beyond the Stars!
No. What does the attack look like?
So as the Chamber Horn Dragon levels its big revolver gun barrel at your item, the effect triggers. On attack, I place one card from the graveyard on top of my deck, then we perform a quick draw. So as I take Vitalizing Horn Dragon out of my deck, it's visualized as this big revolver shell slotting into one of the chambers of the dragon. And now it's time to do ourselves a little dice roll to determine who wins this quick draw.
Oh yeah, okay. You got the camera?
Yep.
All right.
So I said just count to 5 after you declare
yeah.
a dice roll.
Yeah, I'll let you roll first.
Alright. And roll. That's a 4.
Alright. Here we go. 3.
Alrighty. So I will win that quick draw. If you win, the attack target is destroyed at the end of the clash, if it is not already destroyed. So that won't have any additional effects because I'll just destroy it by battle.
Yeah.
So the gun barrel fires and it just smashes through your henshin device.
Jen flies back as the Voyager armor, and you see the energy of Siryu fly back into the discard pile. Ugh.
There is nothing that you can bring to the table that I have not calculated for.
You're probably right. There is nothing I have brain that could really deal with it. But so what? Do you think that's really gonna stop me from doing everything I can to save my friend? Is it?
Maybe one day you will learn just how poisonous, how soporific friendship truly is.
So horrific.
Yes. It'll lull you into a sense of security, make you feel like everything is flighty and comforting, only to find a dagger in your back at the most inopportune moment. Perform your turn now.
The surveil effect will go off. Jen looks at it. I'll keep this card in hand. I'll keep this card on top and draw it. So is that the whole view on friendship you have? You got stabbed in the back by a friendship and think that's what it all is?
Not one friendship, all of them. Or did I do friendship wrong? Shen, was I supposed to just go along with all of their whims and fancies, let them live in their delusions? Or was I supposed to put my foot down when things were getting ridiculous? When I knew things were going off the rails, when I knew that they were a danger to themselves and others? I don't even know if they value friendship, to be honest. They value control. How we doing, Chad? How's it going?
Oh, god damn it, I got muted again. I don't know why that happened. Shen said after you said the last thing... Oh, crap, what did I say? Shen said... Is that what you think? Hold on. My brain's really dumb. Can we quickly roll back? What was the last thing that you said?
I don't even know if your friends actually value friendship themselves. The thing that they really care about is control.
Control.
You should know this more than anyone, Shen.
I do. Because you're talking about Amy, aren't you?
They promised you your glory. They promised that they would stand with you as you pushed yourself to your limit, here, there, in that very stadium. When they were tired of sitting on the sidelines, they talked to you like you were a pet. It was your moment, your chance to push beyond your limits, and they did not follow their word. They did not support you in your growth. Is that what friendship is? Is that what that means to you?
I think you're forgetting one thing in all this. Whether you're Omega or Crest listening to this, is that humans make a lot of dumb decisions. You've seen me make so many. You've seen her make so many. And you know why? It's because we're all just trying. We're just trying the best we can, not to get hurt, not to hurt anyone else, trying to make sure everyone is okay. And we make mistakes. We mess up horribly, and we retract from the world, thinking that will serve as punishment, but it doesn't change anything. Life keeps going. The friendship changes, it transforms. I've known Ellie a long time, a few years now. And there's been many of times where I've seen her break down and retract in her shell over the smallest things. I can only imagine behind her mind what she has faced to become the way how she was. I don't know fully, but I know it's there. You've seen me in the Battlecade. You saw how hard I reacted. And we all just mess up. But there's more than just that. Do you think Ellie did that because she wanted to steal glory from me? You think that's why she did it? Or do you think she's... Then what did you see?
She did it because it deviated from her perfect little plan. She saw that you... She did not believe that you could persevere in all of those rounds, that it endangered the team's chances for victory. But instead of believing in you and having faith in your abilities, she put her foot down and said that you should go take a hike.
I'm starting to think that you don't fully remember all that. Because you know she gave me data on Video Butterfly, so I could rest and prepare for a battle that really mattered. She saw something I couldn't. She saw me tearing up because of everything that happened in the Battlecade. And I could only imagine she was trying to help me. But you're right. She did go back on what she said. It hurt. It stung a lot. But that doesn't really change everything else that came before it. Ellie loves everyone. She deeply cares for everyone. She actually was willing to put people's dreams for herself to help them. And for that, I can accept her for that. That doesn't mean you have to forgive her what she's done. That's all on you and what you decide to do. Because you're human too, Crest.
You have such conviction in that. Then show it with your actions. I will show you how minuscule they are in the face of the truth.
Fine. Just quickly looking through stuff. Because I have a bunch of stuff I need to make sure I have. Okay. You know what? Yeah, actually, let's do this because it's, wait a minute. Yeah, no, I already did that. I am going to play, nope, that's moving. I'm gonna play Stargaze of Ether. This allows me to play an item or warrior from my discard pile back to my side of the field. As you see the driver return to his hand as he places it, and he does a quick 1-2 henshin, and immediately Voyager pops back out. And since Voyager was played again, I'm able to fuse back with Siryu.
Well, 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 persistence has reared its ugly head once again.
Next, I'll play Garuda, the Vermilion Stars. I'm able to play Garuda from my discard pile, and when I have no cards in my discard pile, she gains Contender and Piercer. I'll use Series Effect to put Stargaze back on the bottom of my deck to strengthen myself to a strong. And, with Garuda, Shen's gonna fly at, Omega Crest again. He's going to attack Chamberhorn Dragon with Voyager with another kick coated in silvery white starlight drilling into him, and as it explodes, Garuda flies in and domes Crest's helmet, and it spins around once as he steadies itself as he knocks him back.
You're going to have to hold on to that for a bit. You forget that my horn dragons all come back from, or you're going to have to hold on to that. You forget that my horn dragons always have a second wind when they're destroyed. In this situation, Chamberhorn Dragon gives me follow-up, meaning I'll play a card from my hand before you can attack me.
You can play cards on my turn?
I hope so. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
I don't got resources to stop it. Baggage gonna be me.
Knight of Horn Dragon, reveal yourself! When Knight of Horn Dragon placed onto the field, I can send any Horn Dragon warrior from my deck to the graveyard to add any non-ace Horn Dragon from my deck to my hand.
So who you adding?
We're going to put Vitalizing Horn Dragon back into the graveyard. That we can bring back Dragoon of Horn Dragon to my hand.
Fine. Garuda can still fight. Garuda! Attack Knight of Horn Dragon now! Arid Axel! Cuts through. And since I have no cards in my discard pile, you take 1 damage! That, I end my turn.
Now that you have a proper warrior on the board, it's time to continue unleashing my true power. Omega, bringer of the end times. Target Garuda the Vermilion Star and bring it into our...
Crest? Crest, is that you?
What? Dang.
Are you good, Nova?
Will bring to the field Dragoon of Horn Dragon. When this weak warrior is summoned, I can equip a warrior from my graveyard to this card as an item. And when this card is destroyed, I can summon a Horn Dragon monster that was equipped to this card as an item, but that warrior can't attack this turn. The card I choose is Vitalizing Horn Dragon. The knight hits the board, big red armor, big lance, then turns into a frickin' armored core.
Oh yeah! Like nice memories intensify in the background.
And then
as
as they start to go for their lance, it extends into this big amethyst spike to represent vitalizing.
Well, what it does, what it's equipped? Is it just no other bonus, or it just has it holding on there?
As a knight, they don't gain any bonuses from being equipped by a horned dragon. They don't have that capability. But they are still, despite not being a dragon, they are a horned dragon card, which makes them the perfect target for me to play my invocation. Dragon Art style Horn Shattering Strike. This card allows me to destroy a Horned Dragon card that I control and any card that my opponent controls. If I destroy a weak card in this, I get to send a Horned Dragon warrior from my deck to the graveyard. In this instance, I'll be targeting my Dragoon of Horned Dragon, and your To Voyage Beyond the Stars.
Oh boy! What does it look like when Horn Shattering Strike happens?
So Dragoon leans back into their legs to spring forward, and as they go to connect with your henshin device, the spirit self hits with so much force that it just shatters itself, destroying... Like, the shards go back and destroy Dragoon as well in that exchange.
The shed flies the heck back.
Now, it's time to resolve 2 different effects. Or 2.5. My Dragoon of Horned Dragon will bring back my Vitalizing Horned Dragon. And because Vitalizing Horned Dragon was destroyed earlier, I gain 1 life. Then, because Horn Shattering Strike destroyed a weak card, I'm going to send another Horn Dragon to the graveyard. For this instance, I will send Shield Horn Dragon. As much as I would love to fight your Garuda, my Vitalizing Horn Dragon requires a turn to rest before they can begin their onslaught. So now I pass it back to you.
Travelers activates. I'll keep this in draw. Actually, wait, no, hold on. I forget the fact that it also does stuff other than just surveil my brain. I've been autopiloting. This is bad.
Yeah, please don't autopilot this fight.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I'm forgetting the other fact, like, no, it has another effect. That's what I meant. I'm autopiloting the effect.
I'm sorry, Connor. There are too many points on my side. I've got to fight for my people.
That's perfectly fair. This isn't good. I can't gain any headway against him. These monsters keep on having effects when they're destroyed. I need to think of something to break the cycle. I'm gonna play the card. Heart of Fire! This allows me to gain 1 additional life this turn. Don't know why the card keeps on showing upside down. Just going to quickly fix that. Hopefully. Now, O beast of vermilion skies, above the scarlet sands I call upon you. I summon Auspicious Beast Suzaku, the Vermilion Stars! As you see the sky above the entire barricade begins turning dark, these shimmering red bits of starlight form as they all begin cascading down. Wings unfurl as this giant phoenix flies overhead of the barricade arena and lands behind Shen.
Good ace!
Suzaku's effect will activate. I'm able to spend 1 life, play a warrior card from my discard pile. So, of beasts of azure skies, out of the cerulean sea, I call upon you. I summon Auspicious Beast Siryu, the Azure Stars! As similar to that, you see the deep blue azure dragon soar out from the sky behind Siryu and flank Shen on our side. Siryu's effect will activate again, and I'll put Voyage Beyond the Stars on the bottom of my deck. This will also strengthen Siryu. Let me put a strengthen token on this girl. There you go. Since I have no cards in my discard pile, I gain 2 pressure from Siryu. And I'm going to be making good use of it, as Garuda's going to attack you! And I'm going to try to resolve a clash.
Yeah, remind me how Contender works again?
So, Contender is a optional effect on if 2 cards wouldn't clash for whatever reason, I may choose to have it be changed to they have to resolve the clash.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, let's clash.
So this doesn't really affect anything because they're gonna clash anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. And roll. 6, 7, 8. That's a both live or both die. I'm gonna have Garuda just clash and have both live.
Okay.
I have enough power to close out the game. Well, can at least do more damage. Suzaku has an effect like Siryu and Garuda when there's no cards in my discard pile. They gain Sniper 1, and they gain the ability to attack directly. as you see Suzaku's wings unfurl and flap high into the sky overhead. They glow bright red as they dive straight down with their talons as Shen yells out, "Scarlet! Scourge!" And he's going to direct attack Crest.
And that's a total of 2 damage? Yeah, 2 damage?
Yeah, 2 damage. With that, I end my turn. I have a question for you, Omega. Do you really think you're better than Crest right now?
Elaborate.
What did you say?
Elaborate.
Do you think you're better than Crest right now? Because if I understand the whole thing what you're doing, you're just trying to get stronger. But to be perfectly honest, you're further away than anywhere Crest could reach.
Think that the me that stands before you is so different from the one that came before?
No, it's not even remotely close. He's in a league of all his own.
And you have deluded yourself just as much as they have. We are in sync. We know that there is no world beyond this where you can just trust others. Do that, and you leave all that you have built up vulnerable to being torn down by even the smallest of blades, the most inconsequential of actions, from just one devious source. When I have ended Mikona, our collective will be of one mind, one body. True solitude through unity. True understanding. Crest thinks the same thing that I do.
If Crest thinks the same thing, then why aren't you having him duel instead of you? Because I'm sure Crest could have done leagues better than what you're doing to accomplish your dream.
Because
if that's not his dream at all.
Because we are more powerful together.
Hard to believe it. For one, if I recall correctly, he told me to stop complaining and actually focus on the struggle ahead of him. But all I can see you do is just yap your mouth off. It's pathetic looking.
Oh, right. I'm the only one that's had a little bit of a monologue to say today. You people will just say anything that you want, thinking that you don't have to reflect on it, that you don't have any past to look back on, no record. You're doing that thing you just talked about earlier. You're all running away from your pain, your misery, the things that could hurt people, the people that could hurt you. Now you're just throwing up words to defend that sorry little heart that beats in that chest. Well, I don't know if you remember how that went for your Voyager, but I'll crush your heart just the same as I did its. Time to expand our options. Staple, Crest Knowledge activate! I'll draw 2 cards, then place 1 onto the bottom of my deck. It's time. Throw up an impenetrable shield that you will never be able to crack, no matter how many of your friends you bring to bear. Item card activate! Altar of the Horned Dragon! With this, as long as there are 3 or more Horned Dragon warriors in my grave, If a Dragon with 3 Horned Crest on the field, it gains Indestructible. For my last effect, I will play a card owned by one of my fused duelists. And it doesn't have a restriction on what I can bring out to the field.
Use duelists.
I may not be able to activate. I may not be able to interfere with your code. But Crest is already synced with me. Come forth, my ace monster! I said, my ace monster! And Quinn
Crest?
can't.
So that's where you are.
You can't. Please, don't destroy him.
Don't destroy him.
Mega is. He doesn't know it yet. He's in pain like all the rest of us. He doesn't deserve to be thrown out like the rest. Please. Please save him.
I declared war on Makona. Potentially to have to fight my whole world. And for that I have to potentially face my brother. And whatever odds that Makona all throws in front of me, get the chance of the world I want with him. And I promise that I would see her again. So saving you and Omega should be no problem! As you see, probably for the first time, Shen give a... I think what, to your shock, a large, big smile?
Good. Thank you. Thank you, because that chink in his armor was all I needed to finish my effect! I summon! Dragon of the 3-Horned Crest! Hey Blaze, could you generate a Dragon of the 3-Horned Crest for me, please?
Sure. Is it in your deck, or is it, where is it?
I don't see it in my deck, so,
What do you mean it's not in your deck?
I think it was, like, we were talking about, like, the weird file stuff. I think it was in a separate area.
Ah, Jesus. Alright, give me 1 second. Actually, now are we close to, like, a, need for ads?
No, we got about 45 minutes.
Oh.
Oh, dang, I thought we had... Oh, wow, I thought we were doing for way longer than that. Okay, yeah, give me a minute.
I'm glad everyone's enjoying the duel chat.
This duel's awesome.
I'm playing the elevator music as we wait.
It's a jam. Folks, if you don't like elevator music, then get good taste.
In my mind, what elevator music is just the generic Stanley Parable music.
No, what makes me sad is elevator music is music from when I was a kid.
Oh,
Now it is.
Uh-huh.
man, I cannot wait to go into an elevator and just hear a telephone go on.
was at that point that Omega Crest decided to, or at that point that Crest decided to play a card that was not his domain. Crest made a terrible decision. Let's go back and try that one more time. He didn't pick a domain card. Oh, so now you're just being petulant right
That's
now.
not
I get
it.
it. Oh, someone has it. Someone gets a helmet. All of a sudden they think they're big decision maker.
What the hell? I need to reorganize all of my. There we go. I need to reorganize my where all my stuff is. It's all kind of funky spots now.
V is currently playing Reverse Ultra Kill, where it's a bunch of machines out for the blood that is fuel in the background. He's flipping a bunch of coins.
V right now is currently playing Helldivers 2.
Oh, heck yeah.
Look at the...
Oh, actually, though that is a good point. While we are waiting to generate the card, Vire, if you want to show up now, would that be a good time to do that? Or I'm asking if you would like to Vire to show up and do commentary, and Blaze, is that okay for him to show up?
That's fine, yeah.
I mean, I can't. You know, while he's doing that, let's generate the scene that was happening beforehand, though.
Yeah.
We cut to Vire just standing on a pile of the robots as more start to appear. Vire standing there, putting the sword over his back. He looks over towards the arena as the duel is going on. Well, it sure seems to be getting hot over there. Guess the duel's going on well. However, if these robots would stop coming for 5 minutes! Damn, I really wish I could Henshin.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Oh no.
From that, he just jumps off the pile, is just like, and just like starts tearing through him again. A little bit more time passes as Vire makes his way into the arena now. Beat up, right? And carrying one of the robot's heads and throws it as it lands next to Omega Crest. I took care of all of your peons, so it looks like your war's gonna be delayed.
Oh, Vire, a pleasure as always.
It isn't a pleasure to see you. Though, you let me know when Crest is available to play.
Well.
He
Vire
reattaches the sword to his his dimension disc, and just kind of leans up against the wall. No, nobody help me. I'm fine.
Well. Thank you, Vire. You've done a great service separating the wheat from the chaff.
Oh, is that what you call it? I called it, pest control.
I'm sure you'll be more than prepared for the next wave that I have. Omega Crest does a little finger snap, and the big projection version of the Omega robot, these like panels start peeling back from the sides, and these very disgusting like bioorganic eggs are like pulsating throughout its superstructure.
Ugh.
You know, I thought you couldn't get any worse. Yet here you are.
Worse? Or better?
Isn't it getting a little tiring doing that?
Enlighten me. Doing what?
Be right back. Smother.
Making robots just to try to conquer the universe.
Universe will be better like that. I look forward to
Didn't
making
you
you
learn
understand
anything
that.
last time? We're in our current situation because of you.
Because of me? I seem to recall last time you had to break the rules of the game so that you all wouldn't be humiliated by my power.
Oh, I'm not talking about our last duel. I'm talking about Makona. It's your fault, isn't it?
What's my fault?
You were the one that showed Makona that the Nexus exists.
When did that happen?
Shen turns his head. Show the Nexus exist.
The Battlecade. Have you all ever wondered why it was so ravaged, unlike any other? The Nexus areas that you could go to? Any of the other zones?
Not really. Most of the areas are post-apocalyptic at best.
But there's not a single living life form here. The area's destroyed, and Makona blocks it off unless there's a large-scale event. Know why?
What?
Because, at the end of the day, this little group here at the Battlecade started an invasion force. And Makona's first option was a nuclear one. But you opened their eyes, didn't you? What did you call them when they first showed up after your first little incursion? It's something that ended up going around to different zones.
Black.
You started this whole thing. And yet, do you know the definition of insanity? Trying the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. By the way, I've got your number, pal. Out of everyone here, I'm probably the most equipped to understand what Crest is going through. So, I have no doubt in my mind that Crest is going to kick your ass, Omega, and that Shen here is going to end this duel in a very clear and concise way. Though, I caught the tail end of what Crest wanted. He wants to save you. Are you worth it?
I don't need to justify my existence to you.
We all need to justify our existence. To everyone, all the time. That's what makes us living.
Well, then I choose the world where we don't have to do that. We will all understand our value inherently, instead of having to kowtow ourselves to other people's whims. Now,
That just sounds
let's see
boring
if
to me.
let's see if that insanity situation holds true right now. You've tried to beat me once and it failed.
Oh, yes.
Give me the second time.
I did try to beat you, and I did fail. It's highly unfortunate. However, maybe this is something that Crest will remember. but there's only one duelist that's ever beaten me. And you're facing him right now.
If you're finished throwing out one-liners while I'm trying to defeat your friend here, Chthon, Dragon of the Three-Horned Crest, appears now. When they're played to the field, I equip up to 3 Horned Dragon Warriors to it from my grave as items. My choices will be Barrel Horned Dragon, Shield Horned Dragon, and Knight of Horned Dragon. For each equipment, Chthon is strengthened, turning them from weak to normal to strong to overwhelmingly strong.
Chthon.
Chthon hits the board. Their scales are now all metallic. When the horns plug into all the different spots in them, it's more like mechanical plugs as opposed to just like the big slots in their armor. And now I'll proceed to attack 3 times with Chthon, destroying one their equipments each time. With overwhelming strength, Chthon, destroy Suzaku the Vermilion Stars.
Remember what I said, Shin. You don't have to beat Omega. You just have to save Crest.
I'll destroy Shield Horn Dragon for that attack. Next, Chthon with strength will attack over your Seiryu, the Azure Stars. Its attack, I will use Chamber Horn Dragon. With it, I will put Shattering Horn Strike back on top of my deck. And then we'll perform a quick draw.
Giddy up.
Alright, roll off.
Oh, that was good.
What? Alright, so we re-roll that one?
Please, we just rolled 2 once. What do we do?
Guys.
Is it a push and it doesn't resolve anything, or do we re-roll until we have a victor?
No, you reroll. You reroll.
Okay.
Alright. I'm upset because we rolled perfectly at the same time. 3.
6, okay. So if your warrior wasn't destroyed by battle, it would be destroyed afterwards, but I believe I still outpowered it by 1. That will destroy Chamberhorn Dragon. Pop quiz. What happens when Chamberhorn Dragon is destroyed?
Follow up.
Now, it's time for another creature to grace the field. Or should I say, another me? This whole individuality thing is a little intoxicating. So now it's time I indulge in a little henshin of my own. Horn Dragon Synchronizer Lindworm Mode. So Blaze, let's brainstorm something really quickly.
I just need to point out, this is over 100 characters. This is not allowed on the card review.
Oh, who gives a F? It's cool. Saber approved.
Hey, no, it's got to go back to the drawing board.
Okay, yeah, sorry. 1 second. Let's go to break really quickly while we get there. Okay. So Crest is fused with Omega. Omega's on the field. Does Omega become henchman?
The two of you are fused, so I'd say yes.
Okay, yeah. So the big projection form of Omega starts to like condense into the Lindworm armor, creating like a second layer of this mechanical horror terror.
Oh,
shit,
that's
it's
cool.
0-1. It's Arc 1. Oh god!
God.
Oh, for those of you that don't know, hold on. I'll find a picture for you.
While you're waiting, feel free to check TT memes chat. I was busy for a moment there. I got inspired.
Do you think Thomas is at like whatever office job he's at now and just like watching the duel? It's like, Jesus.
What's going on? What are they doing?
Why did they send only one guy? And why did they send Shen of all people?
There you go.
Now, because I'm henshined as a weak warrior, this does overrides Omega's stats, so if it's okay with everyone else, I'm just gonna put that up there. Kind of show that off.
Yeah.
I guess it is a separate thing that could be attacked, so that might get confusing. So we'll just remember that Omega is now a weak warrior now instead of a normal.
Just put a weaken on it for the moment.
Sure.
That way we don't forget.
Okay. Now, Lindworm mode allows me to equip one horned dragon monster from my hand or grave to myself as an item each turn. I'm strengthened for each card equipped to me, and whenever I attack, I can choose the effect of one horned dragon equipped to me and apply it that I have not applied that turn via this effect. My attacks are also... my maximum number of attacks equal the amount of warriors I'm equipped to. So using my synchronizer, I will attach Shieldhorn Dragon to myself, turning into a normal warrior.
Interesting.
So you currently have Cathan as a normal, and yourself as a normal on the field.
And Vitalizing
And also-
as a normal.
And Vitalizing our dragon. Oh boy!
With Shieldhorn Dragon equipped to myself, I gain Indestructible. Now, I will attack your Garuda. And since they're both normal, we're gonna do a little roll.
Yeah. Rolling, 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 rolling.
And rolling.
You know, I just realized this card makes some implications. It's interesting.
I
Which
love
card?
implications.
The Lindworm.
Yes.
Because in order to, when you during the duel with Elfdane, you destroyed that card. That was the card that you pitched.
And how did I destroy it? I believe I used Horn Shattering Strike for it.
Yeah, wasn't
No,
it destroyed
it
by a
was
card effect?
you. No. He sacrificed and got rid of the card, deleting it for an advantage or something during the duel with Elfdane.
No.
During the first Omega Crest.
I remember what it was. Alfdane had one of those you sacrifice a card kind of things. Like
he
the
did.
Barguest thing. And so I was like, okay, well fine, then I'll sacrifice this to show my resolve. So that's how I lost it. It wasn't like a cutscene thing, it was just game mechanics.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
I recall that. Because I watched...
Less implications, but I remembered it being like talking about it being completely destroyed or something, and I was like, damn.
A lot of us do that. Okay, so I rolled a total of 6. But I am lower than half health, so that should bump me up to a 7 with the combat tension.
True.
So that's a both lives, both dies range. And I'm going to choose both die.
Yeah.
And with my indestructible, I'm going to resist that. It's not over yet. Chthon, make your third attack directly.
Shen flies back further into the street, tumbles.
And to make sure you don't do anything silly with any of those cards in your graveyard, Vitalizing Horn Dragon is going after your Travelers into the Starry Frontier. The cards in your graveyard are going to stay in your graveyard.
Can I risk everything to win?
I think now would be a good
to do
time.
what? I mean, yeah, but to do
to
what?
gain advantage, first off.
Yeah. Yeah, you
But
can.
yeah. So I remember like post Battlecade, there was a moment when it was like with Storm, or like with like interdimensional karate or sub stuff that they learned at Dragon Arts Dojo. Crest was actually damaged. I want Shen to try to block it, and due to the nature of the duel and also they coming from Crest, can Shen actually take physical damage and damage his body in attempts to trying to protect like his board and everything?
Ooh.
What would be the what would be the baggage you gain?
The damaged body. It means me doing physical labor stuff like my job or like stuff. I could hurt myself more.
Baggage,
Like I probably
shattered
could.
arm.
Now I don't want to do shattered arm, but I want to do that like Quinn basically couldn't, not permanently because you know he can recover, but like
Baggage, ruptured spleen.
Ooh.
damage, shonen anime battle damage scuff. We'll figure out the specific, but would me trying to take an attack while trying to like protect it, whether it goes through or not.
Sure, you can do it.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I can roll.
Oh, I rolled an 8. I'm sorry.
You gotta
forgot
wait.
about
You
that.
gotta wait, buddy.
I'm sorry, that was on me, but I rolled an 8, so that is 1 advantage. As Shen tries to what does it look like when your henshin item when you henshin attacks?
When the henshin attack went into the Garuda, the big shield dragon that had been armorized, just flies in and punch forwards with that. It's Vitalizing Horn Dragon that's going in for the item. So that
okay,
big purple amethyst spear horn is going after it.
All right. Shen tries to block it. I'm gonna have the item get destroyed, but Shen tries to block it. It pins him and drags him onto the ground as you just hear Shen cry out as like his. He's never felt this much pain from the game before, and I think from Ellie and Isabella's perspective, they see Shen's body where he was hit suddenly like jolt, and Shen looks like he's in incredible amounts of pain. Does Ellie and Isabella react to that?
I'm assuming Isabella's probably watching, whereas Ellie is currently trying to do everything she can to keep this life support system online.
So them just focus on it, and then just Shen falls over in the background and they don't pay attention?
I said Isabella would probably be watching it. Ellie's a little bit focused
Yeah,
right
Isabella
now.
will be watching you. Yeah.
Yeah. So she sees Shen staying there, and then For a moment, like, his body recoils, looks like he's in pain, and like he falls over.
So are you keeping your advantage then?
Yeah, I'm keeping my advantage. But I
Okay,
just
okay.
thought that would be like a neat way to show off him getting it.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Omega Crest sees you do that. Why?
Because Chris is a part of my family in the future I want to build. As Shen tries to stumble back up with everyone. So who the hell do you think I am that I'm not gonna give everything, every part of me, not trying to make that dream come true?
Because it's not logical! I am fighting for everyone's future, and you're sitting here stubbornly tearing yourself apart to prove me wrong again! And you always keep getting back up to do it over and over again. Your fragile, impudent bodies just keep picking themselves back up again. It's not right!
That's the point. That's the point. As Shen reaches weakly and grabs the card, he feels a familiar warmth as his mind goes back to that moment in the battlecade when Crest gave him that card. As I am going to draw the perfect card.
All right,
Is that good,
what's
boys?
it do?
Yeah,
I mean, what's it do?
So it's going to be. So hold on, may I play the card first because there's a few things I'm going to do before, like I actually explain its effect. But it's going to be.
I need to know the effect so I can say whether or not it works. Whether or not
It's going to be
allowed.
a card that will allow me to fuse a card from my discard pile to it, and then grant resilience to cards on the field. It's also a perfect draw, so...
That doesn't mean it's automatically approved.
Well, I know, but it's a little bit more lenient, if I recall correctly, from what we made. And also, we can go back and change the card later.
Sure.
Alright.
Yeah,
as
let's
you
you
see...
explain it, and then we'll see how we feel about it.
Yeah. As you see Shen draw the card, you see what sounds like something in the wind sound almost like the fluttering of parchment. As Shen plays down the card, and you see a magic circle form in front of Shen. As out come it, you see Aeronauts floating there. As Shen begins to say,
Uh-oh. Hold on. OBS just disconnected.
Yay!
"Oh no, not at the cool part."
Reconnected. Can you guys still see us?
Checking on Twitch. I'm still showing offline for me.
Oh no.
Disconnected again.
I can't even ask chat how they're feeling right now. They can't hear us.
All right, we
Dang.
should, in
Sad
theory, be
but
back
true.
live again.
Oh, okay. That's looking good.
Yep.
Looks like it's still the same stream as well, so I think we're solid on that front. Okay.
Good. All right. Do you want to start with the card playing again, Shen, from
Yeah.
the top?
You see Shen draw the card, and as you do, you hear parchment flow in the wind as he plays it down. As you see aeronauts from a magic circle emerge from it, and within the magic circle, a blade begin. Oh, hold on.
Holding on.
Sorry, but I need to be a bit more quiet. As you see a blade slowly form from it, you see Aeronaut grasp the blade and begin to pull on it as Shen chants, "The conclusion of every story lies in each person's heart. So with the sword in your hand as your pen, write down the world that you wish to make. I play Aeronaut, the Starry Knight!" As Aeronaut takes the blade and slashes down on the sigil, as it opens like a fairy tale storybook. The pages fly out, wisp around Garuda almost like they're alive, like little dragons floating through the sky, bookworms, if you would, as they all begin attaching onto her in golden knight armor, as she floats and descends above Shen. She is a weak warrior. Omega, I gotta thank you. Because you put me in the perfect position you put me in the perfect position. Knock some sense in the Crest. I play the staple. Sacred Silver Symphony. I gain a life. I strengthen a warrior. My opponent loses one life. As you see, both V and Crest sees when he plays this card, the card, the heartbeats that you've been hearing from Voyager returns again. It looks like Shen is going to attack with Voyager saying without actually being henchioned, as you see Shen immediately blitz across the field and run right at Omega Crest. How does he react to that?
Well, it does seem that I'd be in a bit of a pickle. If
Shen...
I hadn't had my other ability activating this entire duel. My quantum engine has been generating response moves for me every time it's passed over to me. And in exchange for just one of them, I can keep myself from being destroyed.
I'm not looking to destroy you! I'm looking to get in your head! Sacred Silver Symphony! As Shen reels back, you see the aura that's emanating around his hand turn and completely consume his body as he lunges his fist forward. The energy around it spirals and drills. He cries out, "Sacred Spiral!" And I'm gonna try to force fuse myself into Omega Crest and try to break in with this.
Holy hell.
And Aeronaut is right behind me, chasing me in, trying to push me in. Can I do that?
How are you trying to do that?
By using the drill that pierces the heavens. If
Honestly,
I'm getting it right.
I mean, not only did you say, "Who the hell do I think I am?" I mean...
I have been watching Gurren Lagann recently, but this is me just trying to find a way to break into Crest to help him. Do you want me to just, try to make, a roll or something for this? This is me more trying to do something narrative-wise rather than, card mechanic.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with Bree. I'm trying to think, because that's not really, a thing you just do.
Convey directly to your
I think
forehead.
convey your ideals seems like a cool role.
You know what? I think you should convey your ideals the same way the Crest conveyed them to the Mushroom Lady.
I would like to convey my ideals, and since I'm trying to convey my ideals with friendship, I think...
Let me see you grit those teeth.
Perfect moment. Perfect moment.
Alright. Which includes support boosts. Alright.
Let me get
So-
my dice out of your way for you.
Yeah. Nell, do you got the camera over?
Yeah, thanks. When you're
Can I
going to the roll, you
actually
count to 5.
say what?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
actually say what the roll's gonna be?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Please.
Reveal a new possibility.
Okay. I need to
Roll plus passion.
Oh, plus passion. Okay. And that will be an 8. And let's see. Plus, would there be any bonuses I would get? Let me check combat questions. Use that my
Nope.
stuff.
Nope.
Can, I know it's normally for combat. Can we use the advantage to increase the success level by 1?
No,
Okay,
not for this one.
Sounds good, sounds good.
Can I help him? Because I'm there.
Son of a bitch, let me do my fucking job as the DM.
Ah! I'm sorry!
holding on,
I'm
holding
just
on.
trying to help.
Fuck Christ. I ain't done nothing all
I
stream.
just
Let me
want
do
to save
something.
my friend.
Has something or someone you care about be put more than yourself been put at risk?
Hey, let's give Blaze a little bit of time, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I was just looking for stuff, but yeah, Blaze, do it, dude.
Music change.
Okay, it wasn't just me.
I summoned the theme again!
All right, you go flying forward towards Crest, declaring that you're going to show him another way to do it. As you do so, Crest, you are currently locked in a duel using your new deck against the Omega machine.
That is being obscured from the camera that no one can see.
Yes.
Crest is also like desperately hanging on to like has used an attack to try and hold on to that quantum core to keep Omega from using his save himself from defeat effect.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. You're not giving me much of a choice here, Omega. Please. I don't want Shen to destroy you like this, but I can't let him suffer from this.
Why? Why do you struggle so much when you know failure is imminent?
Because failure's part of life. Not everything can just be a... I know I'm the last person to be lecturing people on this, but... There's value in it. There's value in not being the best. There's value in finding common ground. I know that there's so much potential in you. And you've been made to think that only victory, that only destruction is valuable, but you don't need to. You can find joy and purpose in so much more than this. And damn it, even though we've been fighting all this time, and even though I keep going back to this well, even though I should know better, I still want to be your friend, Omega! Please!
go ahead and also roll. Reveal a new possibility for me.
Down there. All right, looks like we got it. Let me go ahead and roll them up. All right, that's 2 plus passion.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I have my, I'm looking at the wrong thing for my stats. Ha ha ha. My passion is a 1, so that's a 5.
Ooh.
But folks,
There's more.
you know it. You love it. It's my favorite ability to use.
Let's go!
It's time for plot armor. Twice per day, I can reroll. I can reroll a result that I don't like.
The callback. Ooh.
Okay, it's still a 4, but that's why plot armor is twice per day, folks.
Yona, when you do this, when you make this into a skit, make sure you have Crest spinning when he goes
Crest.
armor.
Hold on, Crest. If you can't believe in yourself, believe in the me that believes in you. You got this.
Adele, did you finish your thought? I think you got interrupted.
See,
I got it. I got it all. You're good.
Okay. What's up?
you see,
Sure.
though, Shen, now that you said that, you have to die.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
You have
well.
blue hair. And
Wait a minute. Hold on, I made sure to go watch Gurren Lagann.
That's really funny. Oh, that's really funny.
Okay. Then I simply must actually make a sacrifice this time. I must advance my destruction track.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh shit.
oh, fuck. You mean becoming Omega wasn't filling out your destruction track? There's something worse?
They were all ties. So we never moved the destruction track. But my track was at a 4, and my maximum is at a 6. So I will move up to 5 and ask for something to go in my favor, and I would like to implore Omega to understand my feelings as best as possible.
Query. If I am unable to fulfill my purpose, what is my purpose?
Something that you get to define for yourself now.
For a moment, in your mindscape, the Omega machine morphs and changes. Instead of being the large, imposing robot you have seen it as before, it becomes something smaller, almost meek. It looks confused, questioning, and it reaches its hand towards you.
And I rush over, tears streaming out from the bottom of my helmet as I reach out to grab his hand.
As this happens, suddenly out of nowhere, you see Shen coming flying forward into your mindscape as well, reaching a hand out to for you two as well.
If I can
And
at least
as
add-
the three of your hands touch, there is a large burst of light, and the duel ends in a tie.
if I can at least add one thing, when Shen, when he struck Omega Crest outside with a bright flash, the only thing that V was able to observe out of the bright flash flying through the sky was a broken helmet flying off Crest's head.
Ellie, what have you been doing this entire time?
I'm assuming the primary thing she would have been doing at the moment would be rerouting the power supply, probably from like the security and defense system that we shut down. into the pod, and then looking for anything else she can salvage to draw power from.
Okay. You are able to do so. You see systems shutting off one by one. It seems as though the Dragon Arts Dojo does have its own backup generators and the light to keep itself off grid. However, much of it has begun to fail, running out of fuel and the like. You were able to cut off systems, gather power and the like, and are able to extend the life of the pod just a little bit more.
All right,
Isabella has
assuming
been
we all
keeping
have
an eye.
candles now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just using Jan's glowing eyes.
Isabella has been over Quinn most of the time, making sure that he is all right. Going between Quinn and Crest most of the time. And Jan has been doing his best to help you during all of this. He seems extremely knowledgeable of the operating systems and all that type of stuff. What does and doesn't need to be powered at any given time. Those sorts of things. But
I don't care
eventually
how
you
important the card scanner is. We don't need to scan cards right now.
While theoretically true, the ability to scan cards is highly important.
We could turn it on later.
Very well. And yep, eventually, after about, I want to say that'd probably be about 5 minutes or so being dived in. Not about 10 minutes, about 10 minutes. After about 10 minutes of Shen being inside of the game, you finally see the mental activity for Crest begin to let up, start to slowly calm down. It seems as though he is no longer in an excited mental condition, which is what prevented him from being able to be logged out of the game.
Okay. Looks like he's starting to calm down. Whatever Quinn did, definitely seems to be helping. Jan, as soon as he's getting within a stable range, go ahead and jack him out.
Understood. Are you sure everything's going to be all right?
Oh, as long as his mental readings are within the appropriate parameters, he should be fine.
Very well. Should we wait until he comes out himself, or should we force him out?
We'll give him a couple minutes. You're still watching, right?
Yes, I am.
Can you send any messages, or are they blocked?
I should be able to. Give me a little bit.
Okay.
And we will cut back to in-game. Vire, all of those robots you were fighting suddenly cut out. They are no longer functioning. Oh, I guess sure might be gone.
With that, Vire just leans his head back, seeing that the duel has ended, and just goes,
Guess that means the barrier's down.
and is slowly going to get his tired ass up. Start walking over towards Crest and Shen.
All right. So, Crest and Shen, the duel has ended in a draw. What are the two of you going to do? Also, Nell, I think you'll have to refund the points for everybody, because technically it is a draw.
Actually, I think in a way Crest won because he did, convince Omega to change. So I think the win should go to Crest.
I think a draw's good.
Yeah, okay then. The draw's good. Yeah, Shen is on the floor, probably next to Crest, where he probably decked him on his ass, and he's just breathing heavily.
Hey, we've got a lot to talk about, but I think that once Bokona realizes that Omega's barrier is out, they're gonna start flooding this place a lot. So we need to go now.
Yeah. 2 months of us waiting. Jen gets up. Come on. Everyone's waiting for you to get back, and he holds out his hand. What does Crest look like without the helmet? I'm curious.
So the model underneath the helmet is completely blank.
Oh, okay, that's a kind of weird looking expert face. Holy shit. Okay. Maybe Quinn walks back and puts the broken helmet back on. There you go.
Thanks.
Yeah. Alright.
Is Fire still here?
Yeah, he's, Jen looks over and sees him coming over.
I'm standing right here. Though, you wouldn't know this, Shen does. Even if you log out, you're gonna have to stay gone, and I'll have to come back for you after 6 hours. Or, no. 3 more hours. I can't exactly go anywhere.
Alright then. Let's get our bodies somewhere that we can hide them for whenever we come back and do that port thing and then log out.
Yeah. There's gotta be the Chris snaps his fingers. I remember there being an airport. It's on the rim of the city. That might be a good place to lay low for a bit. And to ask some questions.
Then let's move out now.
Yeah,
This
let's
place
go.
is about to be crawling with Makona.
Jen helps Crest up, and he's gonna try to start booking it with them.
Yeah, you are able to. Again, there are no more robots or anything really active here, so you are able to get to the airport.
Once we get to a safe location, I'm going to hit that logout button ASAP.
Same.
Yeah, you are.
Well, actually, not.
You guys are able to log
Crest,
out.
you didn't want to stay in a little bit longer, you know, just really push that timer for your pod.
I wouldn't want to hog any more of the rejuvenating transfer goo for myself. That would be very selfish.
So
they
log out. What happens, please?
Yeah, they find themselves back in the Dragon Arts dojo. Crest, you are extremely sore. Feels like you haven't moved your body in months.
Oh, God. Ah. And it knocks the roof of the pod a little bit. It might be stuck. Can someone open the pod, please?
All right, rewriting power to the latch on the pod.
Give me a moment. I'll get it open. Isabella goes over there and she manages to. She like pulls. She does the thing that like moms do. Just like pulls a miniature crowbar out of her purse and proceeds to pry open the pod.
A thing that moms do. Classic technique. The Mary Poppins crowbar.
As someone who has had a mom that he's known personally for about 22 and a half years, excuse me, what?
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it's a classic thing. Just random thing in purse. You're like, why is that there? It was useful.
Oh, Isabella, good to see that you found your way in. Hope you like the amenities.
They could be a little bit better. I would prefer less laser traps. I am getting a little too old for those.
Well, see if we can do some renovating then. Crest weakly pulls himself out of the pod. He is currently in like his diving suit, which looks like what professional cyclists are wearing whenever they're on like a big run. Like it's very skin tight. Shorts go down to about the knees. Shirt kind of goes down to like the elbows. Face is still completely unseeable because his big mop of hair is now just like wet and covering his face.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. We had that. We used one of those to represent you, didn't we?
We used the OG Pro-Tycoon token.
You used Pro-Tycoon.
We used the
That's
Pro-Tycoon
right.
before Nell made them Pro-Tycoon. Oh wait, no, it's Pro-Tac Blue.
No. They've always pretty much been called that.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, basically like that. He's still unseeable. Wow. God.
All right, time to get you in a car, and get you out of here, and get you someplace where you can rest and recover.
Whoa! Hey, this is going a little too far. Out of here? This is my home.
Your home is also completely failing in power.
It's been like this for a while. If I can just,
Power levels are currently critical.
I'm sure I can fix the hydroelectric generator. I've just gotta learn electrical engineering.
Has to Shen get out of his VR thing now?
Yeah, you can get out at the same time, yeah.
Yeah, Shen gets out.
We'll come back tomorrow or in a couple days, and I will fix your generator. But you are getting some rest and a decent bed and some decent food. And then you're going to explain WTF happened.
Salad. Okay. Guess let's get ready. So I'll try to go find a towel or something.
I'm just glad Shen tries to get up and his right knee immediately crumbles as he falls to the ground.
Hey,
What? Shen looks down at his body and he just feels pain coursing through it. What?
That's
happened?
not supposed to happen. There's no pain receptors on that one.
Hold on. Shen tries to get himself back up and he's gonna at least look at his shirt, and I assume he's like by the area around like his like liver and everything where the dragon struck is just bruised and like swelling.
yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to keep all of you from discovering.
Okay.
Listen, all of this is fascinating and important. However, you have not moved in several months. You currently have a leg that is in pain that shouldn't be. And we are currently in a building that is running out of power quite rapidly. We are leaving right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Finally,
let's get
somebody
outta
who's speaking some sense.
here.
Yes.
Wait, before he kind of looks around. Yon, where do you go, buddy?
Yes.
Hey, Yon. Were you looking after
Yes,
me this whole
Crest
time?
Of course. You would have died if I had not.
That's another one that I owe you. All right, let's get out of here. Do you wanna hop on?
Sure.
Familial resemblance, little bit.
We'll talk more about Yon when we have satisfied Nell and Isabel. Amy and Isabel's need for creature comforts.
We are leaving now.
Okay.
As Shen's
With that,
look at his. Sorry, I just want to say one last joke, but as Shen's walking out, all he can think of is like, Nell, Connor, where are these names from?
Connor, please don't.
Come on.
Connor, don't do that.
And if I might add one more thing before we move on to the next thing.
Yes. Yes.
Crest, like, he has Yon in one arm. He takes two of his fingers and places it to his temple, and he kind of closes his eyes and goes, Omega, did you come along for the ride?
You don't hear an answer, but you feel a yes. And with that, we are going to go ahead and end the episode for the night.
Yay!
We did it.
Oh, we can't have an after credit scene of Vyre sitting there in the Battlecade alone going, when are they coming back?
We'll see you in 3 hours!
No, now please go ahead and read us off. We have been going for way too long.
Thank you for watching this incredible episode. If you like what we do and want to support us further, you can swing on over to our official Patreon. We have several different tiers to meet your needs. Everything from our $1 fledgling adventurer tier all the way up to our Grandmaster $200 tier. Thank you, Moto, for being our current Grandmaster. Additionally, if you'd like to show off for your friends how much you love our content, we have the official item shop open for business. You can wear all kinds of cool stuff. We have hats, we have shirts, we have posters, mouse pads, play mats, you name it, we got it. If you want to stay in touch with us, we have an official Discord. Link is down in the description below. Swing on in. We have regular game jams, we hang out with the community, we do devlogs, you know, just all kinds of cool stuff. But before you leave, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hype the video. And ring that notification bell so you don't miss an upload every single time we release. And leave us a comment. Tell us your favorite part of today's episode. You know, there's a couple of really good scenes in there. I'd like to hear what yours are. But thank you so very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.